Hi, my name is Louise. I run a Facebook page called Food Freedom Australia, which raises awareness about GMOs. So I'm coming from a slightly different angle. In the past year, the followers on that page have grown from 400 to nearly 2,000. And I just want to talk about earlier this year. I stood outside the court and watched a devastated Steve Marsh and his wife leave after the verdict was handed down. And I also listened to a pro-GM person, who I'm sure we all know, tell us that organic food kills people and GMOs are perfectly safe because we just need to look at America, don't we? They've been there for decades and Americans are all fine. I won't mention the name of that person, but I'm sure we all know it was Bill Crabtree. And I also heard, so Bill Crabtree obviously is looking at different statistics than we're looking at. The health of Americans, as we all know, isn't all fine, and neither that of Australians. I also heard a lot of comments from people outside the court saying that farmers should have the right to choose to grow GM crops if they want to. And my answer to that is they obviously haven't heard of the harm principle, and the harm principle is that every person should have freedom of choice to do what they want as long as that choice does not harm others.
Yeah.
Later this year, in September I think it was, I read that the judge had now handed down the decision on court costs and that Steve Marsh now had to pay up to an additional $804,000. That made me so angry. Why should somebody have to pay anything for standing up for their right to choose? Just about Steve Marsh and Steve Marsh's farm, it's about all of us and our freedom to choose to eat GM-free and grow GM-free. So anger is a good thing if it spurs you to action, and I thought, what can I do about this? And what I actually did was start a fundraiser, a crowd fundraiser, to help save Steve Marsh's farm. This has now been going for 4 weeks. We're trying to raise $804,000, which is pretty huge, and it's actually proven a lot more difficult than I thought, and very time-consuming, just finding email addresses to try and spread the word. I'm sure a lot of the emails are going into junk and people aren't even seeing them, but the amazing good news is that in 4 weeks we've raised almost $40,000. Not here, I would just like to say a massive thank you to everybody all around the world. And you know, obviously I've got a busy life and I've got limited time I can spend on this, but even on the days when I do nothing, I still sit there and watch the emails come in every time somebody makes a donation from all across the world, and most of those people are donating $50 and $100. So that just shows how many people care about this and that the whole world is watching this. And I'd like to say a special thank you to the beautiful little pensioner in America who said, I can't really afford to donate, but I'm going to donate $10 for my pension.
Oh.
So rather than just say I can't afford it. So I would just like to say to everybody, if you haven't donated yet, then the website, you can go through our website, which was set up specifically to direct you to the fundraiser. It's www.foodfreedomaustralia.com, or the Chuffed fundraiser website, where you can link to the Steve Marsh fundraiser on there. If you have already donated, thank you very much. And I just want to say to everybody out there, what else can you do? Shirley's already given you some things, but there are others, like get angry and redirect that anger into action. Don't sit back and wait for your neighbour or your friend to change things for you. We have to be the change that we want to see. When you go and eat out, ask them, are you using GM oil in your cooking? Give them information. A lot of them have never heard of it. When you're shopping, if you still shop in supermarkets, then ask them, where's the GM-free products? And basically, yeah, when there's no demand, there won't be any supply. So it's just like, yeah, vote with your dollar and make your dollar count. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.